and welcome. My name is Melody from Melody Crochet, and today is another new Yarn Monday with Melody. What's new? How you guys doing? I hope you are having a great day. It's Monday morning here. I'm having my very first cup of coffee, and I'm gonna read a ball band. So this could, if nothing else, if not informative, it should be entertaining. Let's see here. We're doing Amigurumi by Red Heart. Overwhelming response. It's so cute. I'm so excited. If you're new here, thanks for stopping in. I do my podcast once a week. I have yarn reviews, notion reviews, and I show you how to make things that I have designed on my blog, MelodyCrochet. Down below is a great place for comments, or if you want to find me over on social media, that's all linked down below. Physical address and email address is also down there. And I link everything I talk about down below. It's an Amazon link. If you choose to click it and support me, I very much appreciate it. That being said, let's have some fun now. And this is Amigurumi. You might notice there's a thread coming down here. I played a little. But as it were, this is how it comes. It is adorable in a cake. It comes in 12 colorways. They each make 2 crocheted or knitted toys that are pictured on the front. They have flamingos and little cactus people, and oh my gosh, I need them all. Oh, it's fingering weight though. Usually make my amigurumi out of worsted or Aran weight cotton, and this is 100% acrylic fingering weight, but it can be machine washed up to medium and tumble dry, but don't iron it, don't bleach it, and don't dry clean it. And we got that. It is made in China. One ball is 100 grams, which is 239 yards of yarn, which is not as much length as you usually get for a size 1 superfine yarn. So I expect it to be just a little bit thicker than average, or maybe it's that whole cotton versus the weight of wool versus the weight of acrylic. Maybe that plays into it somehow. But I would expect to get more because it seems like acrylic is lighter. And looking at that strand that I was playing with, it looks a little bit more sport weight to me. I get to open the band. I've been looking forward to this very, very, very much. But I want to make sure that I've said absolutely everything that I need to from the band. I'm not leaving you guys out of anything. It was $6.99. Bought it myself over at, this one came from Joann's, but I've seen it at Joann's and Michael's and a couple of my Walmarts, but not all of them. Here it is. Ooh! I expected it to kind of burst forth once I took off that ball band. If I'm honest, I was kind of nervous about taking that band off before I could do it with you guys because I wasn't sure it was going to go back on. I mean, fingering weight yarn, 100 grams, and it's in this tiny little wheel. I would expect bigger. Like, I don't know, just comparably. This is how many grams? So this is 127 grams of acrylic yarn, and this is 100 grams of acrylic yarn. You know what I mean? I could fit like 5 of those in there, but it is much more densely packed, so I'll give them that. Now, it is shiny. I'm going to, instead of making the traditional gauge, because it doesn't really matter, it's not like I'm going to mix this yarn with another yarn to make something. If I was, then it would have to be comparable and have to be apples to oranges, oranges to apples. You get what I mean. But this is only apples to apples. I'm going to be using this with this and this and this. And that's all. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. It does say to use a B hook, a 2.25 crochet hook. I went ahead and picked myself up one at Michael's. This is a Loops and Threads. I like theirs because they have a bit of a brushed surface, not quite really shiny or slick. And this looks slippy. It's shiny. It looks like a little Simply Soft from Karen, in my opinion. I had a couple other hooks. I got my size C from my little cheapy set that I got from Amazon. I say the size C because when I compared the size B to my new size B from Loops and Threads, it just looks so different. I think that my size C from Amazon, the one with the green handle, is from Amazon. I think that that is a lot more comparable to the size. The Loops and Threads looks a lot more comparable to my size C. The other one's just noticeably different. That is not a 0.25 millimeter difference. And I went ahead and compared it to, just in case I was crazy, I compared it to my clover. This is a clover size C. Boop. And this is my hoops, my loops and threads size B. And I can see that my loops and threads B is definitely looking smaller. So it's not this guy that's off. It's my Amazon set. It's just a little off, but they are fabulous so far. Using them is a pleasure. Just make sure you get your gauge in on there to make sure you're not using a much smaller than necessary hook, because that can be frustrating, especially if you're making a wearable. I'm gonna go make a hamburger. I'm back early. There's a bit of a technique that I figured I should share with you guys. In reading the pattern, which is free over at redheart.com, by a Cassandra Bibler, who I'm assuming makes wonderful patterns because this is really cute and put together well. I need to pop out the center of this extremely tightly packed ball. So we're going to do that together on here. I figure, why should you guys not have that? So I'm just pushing from the back. Boop, boop. Oh my. No pressure, right? Okay. Come here. Hey, that's not bad. That was not bad. And then cut at the change. Okay, so we're good on that. I have my super sharp scissors. There's my change. Now we do the same for the red, because the first one, yeah, that'll be easy, right? Oh man, that inside of that red is gonna be messy. I guess I'll work from the, I don't know if I'll work from the inside or the outside. That will show itself when I get there. There they go. Pretty beefy too. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that just as it is and work from the inside for the dark and the outside from the light. Just because if I take this out, no, I don't want to. I'm going to work on it from the inside and the outside of the ball and leave that just like it is. Hello, it's Melody. I'm back. Okay. I tried to make the hamburger and I failed miserably. I do not understand the pattern. It is very nice, but I started off, my own fault, I started off with the light brown. Turns out they wanted me to start off the circle on the bottom bun with the dark brown. I did not enjoy making this circle at all on that bee hook. On the bee hook, this split so bad. I couldn't get the hook past any of the strands without it splitting. Knowing where it stopped and started at the beginning and end of a stitch was impossible. I had to constantly pull up and take my hook out and pull up with my fingers to make sure that I wasn't taking from the bottom, from the yarn on the bottom of the stitch when I was pulling up the loop. And then the idea of pulling it out and starting over after I realized that it was supposed to be dark brown was misery. So I said to myself, well, the top of the bun is definitely light brown. I could see this in the picture. They kind of hid the bottom bun. You could see just a little line of the dark brown, and I said, ugh, totally my fault. But I've done this, let's use it for the top bun. I go there, and they want me to use dark brown for that too. Dark brown is definitely not the color of the bun, so I was about ready to throw this across the room. I might have, I don't remember. But I went ahead and made something else. Now, I did not enjoy the bee hook. First off, my loops and threads bee hook bowed. It just started bending about 3 rows in. So I said, okay, be happy. That is always the theme with my crochet. Be happy. The smallest hook that I have in clover is a C. Close enough. 0.5 millimeter off. Gonna go for it. So, and I know this isn't gonna bow. So I finished up my circle. So from here, like out, because I think 3 rows were with the other one, but was a C hook. Could hardly tell the difference. Totally fine. Still snagged like crazy. Not as bad, but still snagged like crazy. And so by the time I finished and realized it was wrong, I had already gone way too deep in the other direction of using profanity about this yarn in my head. It was getting ugly. So I said to myself, Melody, crochet is for fun. What would make using this yarn fun for you? And he's a pouch. Isn't he cute? I went ahead, used the yarn, of course, and I used an F hook, my clover F hook. There he is. I love my clover. Hardly any snagging, hardly any splitting, on the larger hook. I was super, super happy. So I decided light brown because it's a hamburger. Why are you burning your buns, people? I got my burger. I used double crochets for my little ruffled lettuce, and I used a couple of slip stitches to get rid of the spiking. You guys would know that if you watch any of my tutorials, I like to get rid of spiking sometimes when I'm doing decorative crochet. And so after that, and then I just took it up, did a little loop at the end. By loop, I mean kind of like a hollow scallop. And I just braided 3 strands together of the colors that weren't light brown to make my little drawstring cord. So there he is. My son likes it very much. Okay, now we'll show you how to make that soon, but probably in Red Heart Super Saver. Just saying. I'm ready to answer the questions. We're gonna have some fun. I have this much yarn left over, which now I can see it's 100 grams of yarn. So when you put it all together, that is quite a bit, which is totally awesome, even for the $7 price tag. But we have questions to answer, right? Number 1 question is always the color range. I like it. There's 12 of them. They have really cute animals and really cute toys for you guys to make. Really fun patterns. I'm not sure what happened with that hamburger one. Might be user error. I'm not egotistical enough to think that it might not be me. It might be me. I'll read it again when I am a little bit more patient with it, but I wanted to have fun. I wanted to enjoy this, so I moved on. So the color range is awesome and very inspirational, and so are the toys, and I'm really happy that I found the yarn and that I saw some of these things, because like that little cactus person, that is so cute. Packaging is top notch. That is absolutely adorable. It is sturdy and tidy and really attractive. The ball band is fabulous and it's correct, and it has the pictures of what you can make on it. Super cute. Could not enjoy that more. Is it splitty? That's where it was, man. That is where it was, the splitting. Oh, every single stitch it snagged. It was just driving me mad. But it did get a whole lot better when I went up to an F hook. And I think even if it was only like a, I won't say D hook. If it was like an E hook, I think it'd be just as fine. But if you go down to a C hook or a D hook, it's a struggle. You're gonna have to let me know if you've been able to use this on the lower hook, if you have any tips or tricks on how to avoid it, because I tried every which way. It was taking forever and it was so painful for me. So let me know if you have suggestions on that, because that was really frustrating. Is it drapey? It's very drapey. No body at all in this. Is it drapey? It's very drapey. No body at all in this. It's nice and drapey, super cute. It would probably make a really cute little baby dress. Some of these colorways, it'd have to be really small unless you wanted to get 2 of the cakes, but I bet you can make some really cute little dresses and drapey items. You need a lot of these if you're gonna make an adult wearable. Maybe a hamburger scarf. Oh, that'd be cute. But very drapey, very nice for a wearable. Is it shiny? It is. It has a nice reflective quality. Which color would be best? Red never shows up well. But yeah, you can kind of see. It's definitely got that sheen going on. Squeaky? I didn't get that at all. And I used every hook on earth. Actually, did I? Yeah, I used a shiny hook too. For a minute, I was trying this one from Amazon, and it's a really, really shiny metal hook. And I got no squeak on this yarn. True to size. No, I'd still say it's a little bigger than my average fingering weight yarn. Although I have ordered for dyeing some fingering weight yarns that came and they were very, very puffy. There must be just a very large wiggle room between sport weight and fingering weight. 240 yards for 100 grams. That's pretty DK area for me. Is it awesome? It's inspirational. It's cute for gifting, but in use, I think I'd be happier for Amigurumi going with using the patterns and maybe buying the same colors in Red Heart Super Saver and because I think all of these colors are available in Red Heart Super Saver that you see in the Amigurumi, and just kind of transposing the yarn and going with an F hook, I think I would just be happier in the long run with that kind of a project. But if you are looking for something tiny and tidy and all in one, go for it, especially if you coupon maybe 40 or 50% off, because then it would be like $3 or $4, and that would be a really good deal to get all those colors. You wouldn't have to worry about spending $10 or $12 on the Red Heart Super Saver. But if I was just buying whatever I wanted, cash to the wind, I'm thinking Red Heart Super Saver in all 4 colors, and I'd have a more enjoyable time and a heck of a lot of leftovers. Is it stretchy? Nope, not at all, which might be why it untwists so easily and causes that small hook to have so much of the splitting. Maybe not being stretchy makes it not twist as well. Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm kind of glad that I got this and opened it up because I was so curious. I saw it so many times and I was so curious, and now I know more and I know what to expect, and so do you. And if you're still curious, I cannot wait to see what you make with these yarn cakes. They are absolutely just so pretty. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, I would love to hear those down below. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.